We first told you about the investigation into at least 24 suspicious fires since the summer of 2015 in a Northwest Jacksonville neighborhood, the work of a possible serial arsonist. Federal and state arson investigators say the fires are linked by fire patterns and geographical areas. The geographical area, less than a quarter of a square mile and just around 110 acres. Some of the families and these houses go back generations. This house along Bobolink Road was set on fire 3 separate times. Minnie John's family owns this house and all that remains of it. Seared walls, a collapsing roof, and a charred family chair. She still lives in the neighborhood and says she lives with fear and the emotion of losing her childhood home.
Oh my gosh, my heart sunk down to my stomach because I thought about all the prayers my mom had prayed that this house would stay standing as long as she was alive.
And Johns isn't alone. In this neighborhood, located in between a busy stretch of I-295 and New Kings Road, isn't the only place seeing an uptick in arson. Investigators say arson is one of the hot crimes in Northeast Florida and on the rise. But exactly why it is on the rise might surprise you.
It's not a coincidence that you have this many fires in that small of an area.
How would you feel watching your childhood home burn?
They've seen their neighborhood just burned, basically burned down.
Now charred and seared, this Northwest Jacksonville neighborhood was left as the scene of a crime. So this is what we know. Over the past year, according to ATF, a serial arsonist may have possibly started 25 fires in this Northwest Jacksonville neighborhood, a neighborhood that the families here call Birdville.
We have to look at all possible ignition sources.
Everything inside this house is
pieces of the puzzle.
ATF Special Agent Christy Calhoun specializes in fire investigation and is the lead investigator on the Birdville arson case.
In this case, this chair appears to have suffered and sustained the majority of the mass loss at the top.
Arson cases like the one in Birdville represent a growing problem in the eyes of investigators.
Arson is a very serious problem. It's a violent crime. It's one that is very hard to solve.
Arson is a hot crime in Northeast Florida. Since 2013, Florida's Bureau of Fire and Arson Investigations opened at least 250 cases every year in Northeast Florida. Through October, 194 cases have been opened locally, but state officials warn the busy fire season is approaching. Calhoun says revenge and fraud are 2 of the leading causes behind arson. Out of the 1,200 plus cases worked since 2013, only 334 arrests have been made in Northeast Florida.
When you track a fire or try to discover how a fire started or how it was caused, how it progressed, it's like tracking a wounded animal through the woods. You have to know what to look for.
Caleb Douglas is a detective with the Bureau of Fire and Arson Investigations, a division of Florida Department of Financial Services. In Florida, arson is considered a financial crime.
And fires are extremely difficult to understand and to investigate.
According to stats obtained by First Coast News, since 2013, at least $129 million has been lost statewide due to arson. In Northeast Florida, that number is at least $20 million and expected to grow. Numbers that can leave an impression on taxpayers' wallets. A cost Johns can't put a price on.
You can burn the house, but you can't burn the memories that we have in our heart for this house.
Anthony Austin, First Coast News, on your side.